Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how I use n8n to build an AI agent that handles my entire job search and application process completely on autopilot. We all know how tedious it is to scroll through the job boards and manually apply to endless listings, not to mention customizing cover letters for each single company. So imagine this, with this AI agent, you will get the latest job postings sent directly to you. What even better is that the AI agent will automatically send your personalized cover letter and CV straight to the company's HR email. It's not bad, right? Alright, so let's dive into a quick demo first. Here is the LinkedIn job search link. I put prompt engineer as the job post, and then the location as the US. And right here is the Google Sheets where the latest job postings are automatically stored based on the LinkedIn search. So for the demo purpose, let me remove them first. Alright, courts. Once I run this whole workflow, the newest job posting will be updated directly into the Google Sheets. Great. The new job postings are already updated directly here in the Google Sheets. Okay, next, let me try to ask the AI agent to get all the job records. Great, it's done. How about my personal information? Like my experience, my resume, my skill set, etc. And my contact information as well. Great, it's done. Basically, it's stored here. Last but not least, and here is the exciting part. I'll tell the AI to send the customized cover letter to all the emails. So for demo purpose, let me try to remove this first, and then change it to our own email address. All right. Then let me let's ask the AI agent to send the cover letter now. Send cover letter to all the emails, please. The cover letters have been successfully sent to the respective companies, Proxa and DFCU. Great, let's check the mailbox. Great, it's sent successfully. Targeting DCU. Alright, and then for another one. Great, it's successfully sent as well. It's all customized based on the company's background and using my own personal information, my own experience to customize the cover letter. Great. So, and of course, my resume is attached here as well. And this is just my resume sample. So with this AI agent, your job search and applications can be run on autopilot. All you need is to focus on preparing your interviews. Alright, before we dive into the workflow details here in n8n, let's talk about the tools we need first. First of all, we need RSS.app. It is for getting the latest job posts from LinkedIn job search. And then it will be Deepseek AI. And we will also need to use Sonar Pro, powered by Perplexity AI, to get the contact details, like the email of the company. And there are many 3 workflows here, 1, 2, and 3. Let's dive into the workflows one by one. First of all, the first workflow is for auto job posting and content extraction. First of all, we will get the job post from an RSS feed, and then convert job titles, send job titles to Deepseek API to generate a natural language query, and then we'll extract emails using Perplexity and filter duplicates. So if they we want to have just new and unique emails to be processed and stored to the Google Sheets to avoid duplications. And then we store everything to the Google Sheets. So this is the first workflow. I will dive into this part note by note later. And then for the second workflow is the AI agent for the job assistant. So we automate the job application process, like getting the job data, personal information, and also sending the cover letters to each of the company. So we will generate custom cover letters using the tools, using the AI agent as well, and we'll send the emails as well. So it's triggered on chat. We can change the trigger into other ways. For example, like schedule trigger for time info, or we can connect the Telegram trigger to that as well. Okay, so for the third workflow, it will be this one. It's for sending the cover letter with resume. So we start with the process with execute workflow trigger, and then map the records like email subject, message content, and then we'll download resume, send the email with mapped content. We'll send an email with the resume attached as well, and then return a successful response after the email is sent. All right, these three. This is the high-level overview of the workflow. Let's dive into the details node by node. Okay, so let's dive into the workflow one by one. Here is the first workflow. So for this workflow, we are getting the job post, the latest job post from the LinkedIn search, from the RSS, and then we are going to get the contact details like the email, and also the company summary and company description from Perplexity using Sonar Pro API. And then we'll save the contacts information into the Google Sheet if the email exists. Okay, so for the first node, it is to get previous records. We're using Google Sheets. So basically for Google Sheets, you can just add from here, Google Sheets, the credentials, OAuth2, API, continue, and then just sign in with Google. And it's very easy. And then for this node, after you connect your own Google Sheets account, for the resource, we will choose Sheet within document. Operation, we choose get rows. For documents, we choose from list, tutorial 9.3, job post record. So this one is it. All right. And then the sheet name is LinkedIn. Combine filters, we choose and. So let's let's click start. All right, we got the information here. And then we'll aggregate. So we can just search for this node and then aggregate. Individual field, and then the input field name we put company email. All right, let's start. And then for RSS read, so we need to get this link. How are we going to get this link? First of all, we are going to visit rss.app. You can have 7 days free trial, and they have different plans. For the basic plan, you can have 15 feeds, and then up to 25 posts per feed. So that means you can have 15 times 25, 375 posts within this free trial period. For the free plan, we are not able to use social media, so we may not be able to add the LinkedIn job search. So that's why we need to use the free trial version. If you like the solution, you can subscribe to the solutions. Okay, so let's go back to this RSS.app. We can click new feeds here. We can go to the job search here. After we get the LinkedIn job search link, copy, and then we can just paste it here and generate. Choose RSS generator. So after you set up your feed, you can save your feed here, and then you can copy this RSS.app link, and that's where you can paste the URL here. So you can choose, for this node, you can choose RSS read, this one. So after you paste it, and then we can click test step and see how the process is. Okay, so we have already got the latest job posting. Go back to the notes here. And the limit, which we put it as 25, and we keep the first items here. All right, and then we convert to JSON string. And here we are going to use Deepseek AI. So we can use post method, api.deepseek.com/chat/completions. Authentication, we choose generic credential type, and then generic auth type, we choose header auth. And just choose from your header, choose Deepseek API from your header auth. Let me quickly go through how we can set up the credentials for Deepseek. Again, we can choose header auth here, and then type authorization. And then we can go to deepseek.com, API platform, and the API keys. You can create your own new API keys here. All right. And bear in mind, we need to add barrier space before we paste the API key. That's how you can set up your Deepseek API using the header auth. And then we choose, we enable send body. For the body content type, we choose JSON. Specified body, we use using JSON. And then we can just copy and paste this. For the message, we are using this one. Remember to JSON stringify the prompt. You are a Google search expert. Please convert this job title to natural language on querying the following 3 items: HR email of the company email, and the company summary. Basically, it's the company background description. And we need the AI to return in JSON format: natural language query string, company name string, company name summary string. All right, then we can click test step to proceed. Okay, we got the results here, and then we'll convert it to JSON. So for this code, we can ask AI to generate for us, convert to JSON. And then for the mode, we choose run once for all items. And language, we choose JavaScript. Test step. So basically, we turn this content and separate into natural language query, company name, company summary. Okay, and then we will use a Perplexity to process, to get the emails here. So we use post method, API Perplexity AI as well. /chat /completion. Authentication, we use generic credential type. Again, it's similar to the setting of Deepseek AI. You use header auth, Perplexity. All right. And then for body content type, we choose JSON. Specify body, we use using JSON. Here. Remember to JSON stringify as well. So we are going to stringify the content here. All right. This one. This is the natural language query. We will like a Perplexity search. So basically, what is the HR email for the specific company, the company name, and a summary of the company. So this is the research we would like the Perplexity to do for us. And then for model, we use Sonar Pro. All right, we can click test step. All right, it's completed. We can proceed to the next stage to retrieve the email address. Again, we can use Ask AI this feature to write this, or you can just copy and paste this as well. Run once for all items, JavaScript as well. And for this note, we add an if note here, if email exists. Because we just want to add those job listings with email that are found from Perplexity. We will only input those job listing into our Google Sheets. All right. So if it is not equal to NA, then we will proceed to the next stage. And then for this filter, we are trying to filter out to make sure that no duplications are made on the Google Sheet. So we will not input a duplicated email to the Google Sheets. So last but not least, we are going to paste to input all the emails we found on Perplexity into our Google Sheets. Great. This is our first workflow. After we complete the first workflow, let's talk about the second workflow. So for this workflow, we are going to make the AI agent for doing the job assistant work. So for the trigger, we use when chat message received. You can use other trigger, for example, schedule interval or Telegram trigger as well. Okay, so this is the node. And for this AI agent, we can just search AI agent here. And then you can just input this. And we can rename it. So we rename it into Job Assistant Agent. The type of agent we choose is Tools Agent. And prompt we take from previous node automatically. And for the system message, we input this. You are a helpful job application assistant. You will use the following tools to perform specific tasks. So basically we have 3 tools. So let me show you. Get job records, which is getting this Google Sheets that we have. And then personal information. Personal information is where we store our information. For example, my address, contact number, contact email, my professional summary. Basically, it's my CV. Yeah. And then the send email tool. We use this to send email. So I will go through this tool later. All right. So let's continue with the prompt here. To get job record from the Google Sheets, basically I just listed the columns here in the Google Sheets. And then send email, I put, please use the following cover letter template. Here is a cover letter format example. And please customize each cover letter based on the company description and my own experience and skill set. It can be found in the personal information tool, which is the Google document I input here. And first, this is a template. And then I put in date here. So this is the format I want. So you can just copy and paste this and put it inside the system prompt here. For the cover letter template, I just basically copy from Indeed, one of the largest job search platform. So you can change the style that you want. This is just the template I chose. All right, and then for the last tool, which is to the personal information, just get my personal information like my email, contact numbers, experience, etc. All right, so this is the settings for this node. And the OpenAI chat model, I choose GPT-4o. You can pick your preferred model as well. You can choose Deepseek as well. And I put a window buffer memory here, but for this demo we don't need this, so I just deactivated it. For the get job record, let's dive into this. Again, we need to connect with the Google Sheets, and then tool description we set manually. Read all job records. It contains the following, which is the column title, the column header I put here. Resource sheet within documents. Operation we choose get rows, document from list. Basically this is the Google Sheets I referred to, and this is the sheet I am referring to from this node. And for filters I choose combine filters, I choose and. Okay, for the personal information, I would like to talk a little bit about the Google Doc connections. So we need to create the credentials here. So first of all, we need to go to the console cloud Google, and then search for Google Docs API. And then we can create new credentials here. OAuth client ID. Choose web application. Name it in the way that you want for the tool. And then after you name it, you create it. And then after you create this, you will have the client ID and the client secret key. And then you can just copy and copy this redirect URL and paste it here. And that will be set. And you can just save it and then just sign in with your Google account again. So that's how you can set it with the Google Doc credential. And then for the tool description, we set manually. Description, we retrieve my personal information like name, address, and contact number, etc. Resource, we choose document, and operation, we choose get. And this is the document ID. So basically go to Google Sheets, Google Doc. You can just choose this as your copy, this chain, and just paste it here as document ID. All right. And then for the last tool, which is to send email, to send a cover letter to the emails listed here. So for the name is send_email. Description, we call this tool to send email. The input should be email title, and email HTML message. Source, we choose database. And workflow, we choose resume send message. Basically, this is the workflow. I'll talk about this later. Field to return response, and we have the specify input schema. Schema type generate from JSON example. First of all, email, title, HTML message. All right. So basically, this is the setting for the second workflow. Great. After talking about the second workflow, the job assistant AI agent, let's talk about the send email tool, which is here. Okay, this one. All right. So we can just focus on the upper part. This one is it. Basically, these we just have 5 nodes for this workflow. Execute workflow trigger. So basically, this workflow will just trigger it when this tool is called by this agent. So we have this, and then we can just search for execute workflow trigger. And then we need to add this edit field, and then we name it as map records For mode, we choose menu mapping. The field to set email, and then we can just drag and drop this, drag and drop like this. And title, drag and drop this. HTML message, we drag and drop this as well. All right, and it's set for the Google Drive. Again, you can connect with your own Google Drive. And for the file, for the resource, we choose file. Operation, we choose download. And file, we choose from list, which is your own resume. For the Google Drive API, again, basically it is the same process that we went through the Google Doc. It's just that we need to choose the Google Drive API instead of Google Doc API. All right. The fourth step will be the Gmail to send message. So we can search the Gmail node. This is the account. And then for the resource, we choose message. Operation, we choose send. And then to, which is the email. Subject, which is the title. Email type. HTML, we just map the HTML message shown in the previous notes. Basically, which is like this. Three items. All right, and then we can choose add option here. For this append an attribution, it means that we don't want to have a signature like having the n8n. This email is sent through n8n, so we can disable this. For the attachment, we choose the attachment field name data. All right. And then for the last note, we choose the return here. So again, we can just add edit fields and then rename it as return. So we use menu mapping as the mode, and for the fields to set, we use response, string, to sets. Great. So for the third workflow is completed as well. So basically, this is the setup for the AI agent that can help you to find jobs, send cover letters, and get interviews easily, all on autopilot. So hope this helps, and feel free to let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. See you in our next video.